West Point Society of Savannah, with the help of JCB Incorporated, held the Coastal Empire Ethics Conference. A number of schools participated in the conference and learned a lot about how their ethics can help them achieve a brighter future. George Woods, chairman of the Ethics Conference, and Captain Matt Brady gives us the breakdown on what the conference is and what it consists of.
Basically what the conference is a one-day ethics education event for local high school students. It's co-sponsored by the West Point Society of Savannah and JCB. They hosted, and they've been wonderful hosts this year. Conference was started about 7 years ago as a kind of a response to a need we saw in ethical education in young people. I felt that people had really, there've been some real public letdowns with Enron and some other things. So we tried to give back and try to bring a team of West Point cadets, local cadets from the local area, and educators to just try to start a conversation about ethics. And that's really what the conference is. And my role in it is simply that we run the conference from here and then support the West Point team that actually executes.
Name's Captain Matt Brady, originally from Savannah, Georgia, and got started with the conference just by being a Savannah resident pretty much, and getting my appointment through the congressman here in Georgia, and then staying in contact with the West Point Society of Savannah throughout my 4 years at West Point, and then continuing on, staying in touch, and also helped. I've only been stationed here in Savannah ever since graduating, so I've just really never left, and when I'm not deployed, kept in pretty close contact with these guys.
Colonel Fletcher Ware, a member of the West Point Society of Savannah, tells us about how the conference came about.
About 7 years ago, we thought that it would be appropriate to begin a conference on ethics within the community. They have an idea as to how a program might start or be improved upon in their own schools. I think the ethical standard in the country today has diminished. I think many will agree with me. And we're hopeful that if we can get more of the young who are about to become in the adult community, they will influence others.
Rick Steele, a senior at the United States Military Academy, tells us how he got involved in the ethics conference.
I got involved with the ethics conference actually when I was a freshman at West Point. I just happened to be interested in the program, and I got contacted by some higher-ups who do the professional military ethical education program up at school, and they presented me with the opportunity to come home a few days early for Thanksgiving and talk to some high school students about the values and how things are at West Point.
Maurice Kenner tells us what the hardest part is about the conference.
I'd say the toughest part is probably your peers, because a lot of them haven't been exposed to it, and after you've been exposed to it, it makes sense. Like you want to be able to trust in people, like you'd have them trust in you because they know your values and ethics. But if no one else has been exposed to it like you have, then it'd be a tough sell for your peers to get you, or for you to sell to your peers.
Yolanda tells us what she thinks about the ethics conference.
I think it's important because not only can I teach these things that I've learned to my children, but if for the future I'm going to need to use these things in my profession, or my peers will need to use these in their profession, or whatever they're going to do in their future lives. And also we can learn from the mistakes of our parents now who didn't make ethical decisions and led to such things as economic depressions or wars and etc. And I think we can take that and its values that will be used not just for my generation, but generations to come.
Preston, a junior at Jenkins High School, talks about how difficult it may be to make a difference in today's youth.
We have to at least make a very hard effort to appeal to not only the principal, but more to the students who are the main reason why they need to be initiated.
William White, a Bethesda Day School student, explains how this ethics conference will help him become a high achiever.
After I leave Bethesda, I intend on going into the United States Marine Corps. And I figure learning these ethics will make me a better man and a better Marine.
Erin West, a student at St. Vincent's, shares her experience that she had at the ethics conference.
I came here to learn about good behavior and morals, and it was pretty much what I expected. You know, I didn't really think I'd get that much out of it, but I actually did, so it was pretty good.